A very big question needs to be answered here, because last week we have made more than 550 pips of profits in our VIP group in Telegram. However, we have received many questions from the members and the non-members also asking how can we make the same number of pips that you are announcing in your videos, because we have made less than that. Well, the answer is very simple, guys. I said before that you would probably not make the same number of pips, you would most likely make less or even more. But how? Well, let's go for example here, the pound JPY signal. For example, the pound JPY signal, the take profit number 1 was 45 pips, take profit number 2 was 100 pips, take profit number 3 was 220 pips. So, if you have entered this signal, you would actually have exited the trade at the take profit number 1 only, right? Because to get the take profit number 2 and 3, you must open 3 trades. So again, it depends on how you are trading these signals. Now someone else might actually do it and open 3 trades indeed. So he will not even make 220 pips, he would have made more than that. He will make 45 pips plus 100 pips plus 220 pips. So that leave him with more than 365 pips, I think. So as we can see, he would have made more than what we have announced right here. So again, guys, these signals right here representing the total volume of the pips, and you would actually have made more or less than that. However, a more realistic results is gonna be right here, this one. If you have aimed only take profit number 1, you would have made 126 pips. Of course, this number, guys, is including the take profit number 1 plus the losses as well. So we have combined the losses with the take profit number 1, and in total you would have made 126 pips of profits. That's why I'm telling you, Xtreme Trader VIP signals are back on track again, and we are finally have made the comeback after finishing the month of August. September is so far very good month, and we are thankful for the members and the messages, and that they are really trusting us, and hopefully we will continue, guys, providing you with these awesome signals. So of course, if you want to join Xtreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below of this video. Contact them today, and hopefully we will see you there. Now, before we start the weekly analysis, guys, I have to say something also about the deal of the day on Friday. I sent a deal to buy the gold exactly from 1921.43. Now, what happened here is that the signal has went in just 11 pips against our direction, and then it went in more than 83 pips of profit before falls back all the way below our entry and goes in more than 23 pips now against our direction. Now, it's important to mention that I have informed everyone here on my free group of Telegram. And again, this is the free group, guys. You don't have to pay a penny to join this group. I announced that the gold signal now is activated and running in 30 pips of profit. That was at 5:50 p.m. yesterday. Then after just 9 minutes, 5:59, I announced that the gold has made a strong bullish movement. Highly recommend to close it now in 75 pips profit, and wish everyone a happy weekend. Look at that. The gold actually has made a movement right here, and I announced to close it right here exactly on that level of a resistance, making 45 pips. And those who have listened to my advice, thankfully were able to close it in profit. That's the reason I'm telling everyone, please join the free group of Telegram to receive these updates and notifications about any deal of the day. You will be trading with Xtreme Trader team rather than being alone, because if you are trading alone by yourself, you would actually have ended now this signal in loss. So joining the free group here is for your own benefits, and I highly, guys, recommend you to join it. It's not gonna cost you anything at all. It's just to make sure that my followers are safe, and hopefully will get the best results as possible. Now, let's begin with the weekly analysis, and let's now start with the Euro USD. So this is of course from the last midweek analysis, and I think the signal hasn't been activated. However, the Euro USD is going in the right direction. But now the question is, what next with this pair? Well, it's important to keep looking here at the daily chart, and we have to understand that we are having here also a broken level of the supported trend line. So look at that. Here we are having a supported trend line which has been respected over the time, and then finally the market has made here the bearish breakout from that level. Now that means that most likely, guys, the Euro USD is actually gonna continue the fall till it reach the lowest level of a real support right there, exactly, to be honest, so to be precise, sorry, exactly right there at 1.06320. That means that this pair still has about 62 pips more to go. However, we can actually expect now a pullback since we are seeing this candle right here. Now, this candle usually indicates for a bullish reversal. However, what I believe here is we are going to see just a bullish pullback. So it's just gonna make a pullback, but afterwards the market will eventually give up and continue the fall. I don't expect from the Euro USD to make any bullish movement right now, since we are actually here clearly having a broken level of the support. And as you can see also, if I'm not mistaken, right here also we're having a strong key level of a resistance, as we can see. Check this out, 1.07393, guys. This was actually a real level of the resistance which has been respected over the time for a long time. It became also a support, as we can see here again as a support as well, and finally the same level has been respected. Look at that. So the same level of the resistance right here has indeed been respected right here as well, recent time. So that means that most likely, guys, the Euro USD is going to respect that level of the resistance after the bearish breakout from that level of a support at 1.07393. So moving now to the 4-hour time frame, I would recommend to sell the Euro USD exactly from that level, to be honest, exactly like that. Now, it's important to combine the resistance trend line in the mix. We have to make sure that we are actually analyzing it correctly. Look at that right here, guys, based on the 4-hour time frame. Right there, we're having a resistance trend line, and check this out. Fantastic. So as you can see right here, the resistance trend line has become a support trend line, then became another resistance trend line, then 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts of support trend line, and just now recently the market has respected the same level as a resistance trend line. So if the Euro USD is gonna ever make any pullbacks, most likely it will reverse exactly right here on the same level of the resistance trend line plus the resistance right here as well. Therefore, let me see how many pips we have to wait for the market to rise. It's gonna be actually less than that. Let me just make the line here more accurate and precise, exactly to be right here at 1.07325. Zoom out again, and as we can see, we are actually on the same level of a real resistance right there as well, and the nearest resistance to the entry. That being said, I think we can sell the Euro USD after it rises to another 30 pips, exactly at 1.07325 pips, 25. The safe zone shouldn't be ranging higher than this level of a previous resistance right there at 1.07783, which means the safe zone will be ranging only for 46 pips against take profit level, which will be 100 pips of profit. Let me now write the signal for you. Let's now move to the Pound USD. Pound USD, guys, as you can see, also going in the right direction, but I don't think it has been activated, or has it been activated? I'm not sure, to be honest. Was it? Not sure, I forgot. I think anyway it's going in the right direction. Anyway, guys, before we continue, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's see what we can do next with the Pound USD. Actually, if I move right now to the weekly chart, now here we can see clearly that the market has made a strong bearish breakout also from that supported trend line, as we can see, and the market has just made here the bearish breakout candle from that level of the support trend line. So that means that the Pound USD will most likely gonna continue the fall till it reach the lowest level of a support right here at 1.23100. That means that the Pound USD still has about, I would say, about 145 pips before it's gonna make any more pullbacks. Therefore, we will actually aim selling this pair. So moving now to the daily chart. Now, based on the daily chart, what we will do right now, guys, is simply highlight the strongest levels of a resistance, as you can see right here exactly. Now, pay attention. That level, not here, 1 second, right there exactly. So that level right here was actually a strong real level of the resistance which has been respected. It became a real support level for only once, and then instantly the market made a bearish breakout from that level. Now, interestingly, right here on Friday, the Pound USD has actually made a retest of the same level of the real attempt of a resistance. That means that we have here a resistance number 1, and we can actually wait for the market to rise again and sell at some level right here, right on the second attempt of the resistance. So let's now move to the smaller time frames, such as 4 hour. Now, based on the 4-hour time frame, we are having here, of course, a broken level of the support exactly right there at 1.24926. This was, of course, a real level of a support, a bearish breakout candle, and those tails right here, or those wicks, representing actually a resistance number 1 altogether. Therefore, I would recommend to wait for the market to make a pullback upon the pressure from the support, and then sell again exactly at the same level of the resistance. That means we have to wait for the pound USD to rise to another 30 pips before we can start selling it. And as we can see, if we track it, guys, and if we scroll to the left side, this was, of course, the nearest strong real level of a resistance in the past to that current level. So that means we will actually sell the pound USD there, aiming right here the nearest level of a strong key support level at 1.23957. So that means that our take profit level will be 95 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone, wait a minute, guys, let me just go back to the daily chart. The safe zone shouldn't actually be able to exceed that level of a previous resistance right there at 1.25456 for about 53 pips. Let me now write the signal for you. And moving now to the AUD USD. Alright, so AUD USD was a good signal, as we can see from the last midweek analysis, guys. It has been activated and running in more than 365 pips of profit. That was really a good signal, and I'm so happy, and I hope you guys have also taken this signal. Now, I don't think we have to change anything about this signal. I have done my analysis, and I believe this signal is still valid. All what I'm going to do is simply just lower the new entry to be actually right there at that level of a support. That's gonna be the only changing. We will just sell the AUD USD just 10 pips sooner than it should be. So therefore, the same signal from the last midweek analysis is just gonna be almost remain the same, exactly just like that. Let's sell the pair again if it rises again to the same level of a previous resistance as 0.64008, and that's gonna be the only change. Therefore, we have to wait for the market to rise to another 23 pips before we can start selling it again, keeping, of course, the same take profit level from the midweek analysis on 100 pips of profit. That's everything for this pair. Let's now move to the USD CAD. USD CAD signal is also now activated, and as we can see, so far it's running in a small profit of 8 pips only. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you have taken any of these signals and making any good profits with them. So again, before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, what's next with this pair? Well, most likely we can just keep the same signal, but we have to adjust the entry as well, just like what we have done with the AUD USD. Look at the look at the daily chart, guys. Right now, we can see a strong attempt of the retest of the broken level of the resistance exactly at 1.36305. So that level is still holding the position, and as we can see, the Friday candle has just begun the retest of that level. So most likely the next candle will be also starting as a bearish one, and then it's gonna make the pullback. So the question is where exactly we can start buying this pair, and I mean, what is the safest level? Now let's look at the daily chart. Right here we're having exactly right there a previous level of a resistance. Check this out right here. Exactly, this was, guys, a strong level of a resistance, and it was the nearest one to the bullish breakout candle. That is a pure price action. So therefore we can see that the market has already made the same attempt right here and reversed exactly on the same level of a previous resistance, and right here has created also a new support. So therefore I believe if the next candle gonna open, it will just retest the same level of the previous support to create the second attempt of it, and then it's gonna continue jumping toward our take profit level. That being said, back to the 4-hour time frame, I would recommend to wait for the USD CAD to fall again to the same level of the support for about 28 pips before we can start buying this pair. Let me just adjust the take profit, the safe zone to be here exactly just like that. Fantastic. And the entry will also be adjusted to be at 1.36086. And of course, keeping the same take profit level from the last midweek analysis. That means that we can actually expect 136 pips. Nope, I don't like that. I want to adjust the take profit level as well. Scrolling to the left side, right here actually gonna be better. So therefore, our take profit level, guys, will be 90. 97 pips of profit against 47 pips of a safe zone. That's everything for this pair. Let's now move to the NZD JPY. Guys, I mean, come on guys, check this out. USDJPY has reversed exactly from the buy entry, even though it has reversed after exceeding the take profit level. And I'm telling you always, if the signal has reversed from the take profit level, do not enter. But the only difference here is that this signal hasn't been triggered. It just went straight to the take profit level, hasn't been triggered, and then fell back all the way to our entry and made in total 73 pips of profit. I don't know if any one of you guys have taken it, but if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and share with us your experience in the comments. Now, what's next with the USDJPY? Let's first of all delete the old signal, and let's see now what we can expect with this pair. Moving now to the weekly chart. So as you can see, guys, the pound JPY is still rising. That level of the support is still holding the position, and as you can see, the broken level of the resistance has already been retested. The USDJPY is indeed going to continue the rise. There is absolutely no way that this pair is gonna fall at the moment. I wouldn't think it's gonna fall unless it hit that level of the highest level of a real resistance at 149.680. That's, in my opinion, gonna be maybe that's gonna be the crash point for the USDJPY, because right now we're approaching the uncharted water. Most likely, guys, the USDJPY will continue the rise till it reverses at that level of a resistance. If it succeeded, that's gonna be a trouble, because we don't know what happened here before in the past. However, moving back to the weekly chart, we can see right here that the USDJPY still has about almost 200 pips more to go. Moving now to the daily chart. So again, the daily chart shows us right here that the market has made two small red candles, faced it with the last Friday candle. It was also a strong bullish candle after retesting the broken level of the resistance right here at 146.742. That tells us that this level of resistance is holding the position and became also a support. So it's very strong level. Moving now back to the 4-hour time frame. Again, to the 1-hour time frame, I'm trying to find here the good entry where we can start buying the USDJPY. Now, the USDJPY actually right here facing a resistance level, as you can see, and it actually started the fall. So therefore, at some point right here, we have to consider buying this pair. Now, how do we find this entry? Moving back to the 4-hour time frame, let's now use the trend lines. And as you can see, this was, of course, the real level of a supported trend line. Check this out, guys. So this was right here. 1 second. Yeah, this was right here. A real level of supported trend line, real level of supported trend line, another one. And then we had here the fake breakout. The market has failed to create any resistance trend line on the same level. And instead, it just kept rising above that level and respected the same level as a new supported trend line. That tells us that if the USDJPY is gonna make another pullback, it will respect also the same level of the supported trend line before start the rise. So that being said, let's just now move back to the 1-hour time frame and highlight the strongest level of a support that we can see, and I believe it is exactly right there. Exactly at 147.418. This was, of course, a real level of a support, a real level of the resistance, and again another attempt of a support. And as we can see right here, the market has already created here a support number 1, therefore waiting for the USDJPY to fall to this level to create the second attempt of the support, plus the second attempt of the supported trend line as well. So therefore waiting for this pair to fall to another 35 pips before we can start buying it. And of course the take profit level will be 1 second, guys, I don't want to miss the entry. The entry is right here. Okay, back to the daily chart, remove this one. The take profit level has got to be right here at the highest level of a resistance at 148.829, aiming 130 or 140 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't be ranging lower than this level of a previous support for about 50, I would say 60 pips. Let me now write the signal for you. Let's now move to the NZD USD. So as you can see guys, also the NZD USD from the midweek analysis is now activated and running so far in more than 13 pips of profit. And again guys, I think we don't need to change anything in this signal. The previous analysis from the midweek analysis is now activated, and I think it's gonna be a good signal. Therefore nothing is gonna be changed at all with the NZD USD. Let's now jump to the gold. Alright, so here is the trick right now. What can we expect next with the gold? This pair is making me crazy, to be honest. And right now, it's hard to predict now. Why? Because we are actually at the bracket of 1900. Let me just remove the old analysis and let's start from scratch. So, now the confusing thing about the gold is that it's still ranging at the bracket of 1900. And the gold still refused to make any strong bearish nor bullish movement above that level of the price. I told you guys always that 1900 is really a critical level for the gold, because approaching or actually breaking out from 1900 means that the gold going toward the price of 2000, which is really gonna be big thing. However, going below 1900 is gonna crash the gold, and it means that the gold might actually getting closer to 1800 bracket or 1700 as well, even 1600. Therefore, most likely guys, the investors gonna try to avoid this from happening, and that's why this level is so critical. However, what's happening right now with the gold? In my opinion, the gold is going actually to continue the fall till it reach the lowest level of a support right here, exactly at 1902 exactly. Yes, that's gonna be the eventual target for the gold before it makes any bullish movements. Therefore, I believe that next week we will start selling the gold. Now, why I'm saying that again? Because as we have seen yesterday, the gold has actually made a strong bullish movement right here in my signal from the deal of the day, but instantly crashed and again went below the entry. So that means that the gold is facing a lot of pressure of the resistance right here at 1929.60. It's not able to exceed that level of a resistance. So that means that we have to expect selling the gold in the upcoming week. And the take profit level will be just right there at the lowest level of a support at 1903.86. That means that the gold still has about 151 pips more to go. Now the question is where exactly we can start selling this pair. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and hopefully I'm not, right here exactly, right here to be clear. 1 second guys, I have to check everything here on the past. Yes, right there exactly. 1924. I will explain to you everything just to make sure that this entry is the safest one. I need to check something here. I need to look at the resistance trend line, and I think yes, that's gonna be correct. Yes, right. So right here guys, we are having the nearest level of a resistance to that bearish breakout candle, and as we can see, we are having here also a resistance trend line which has been respected as a resistance trend line as well, and finally we had here the fake breakout from that level. Now looking at that in the 1 hour time frame, check this out. Right here we're having a real level of a resistance trend line, another real attempt of a resistance trend line, and then in the middle we had the fake breakout. So therefore, what we can expect now is for the gold to rise again and respect the same level of a resistance trend line before it start falling again. Because right now the gold is actually facing here a support zone, which can actually cause the gold to make a pullback right on the opening of the market on Monday. Therefore, let's wait for the gold to rise to another 53 pips before we can start selling it. Of course, we have to just choose the strongest level of a real resistance, and right now actually on the 1 hour time frame I can see that exactly this was the nearest strong real level of a resistance. It was also a real level of a support as well, and not only that, even right here this was the nearest real level of a resistance to that fake breakout. Yes, that's actually gonna be better. Waiting for the gold to rise to another 62 pips before we can start selling it, aiming 213 pips of profit. Back to the 4 hour time frame, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than this level of a previous resistance right there, for about, I would say, 128 pips. Let me now write the signal for you. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USD pair and for the gold. Hopefully, guys, it's gonna be a good week, and hopefully we will all make good profit with it. And again, guys, don't forget to check our VIP group of Telegram and the free group as well to receive a free signal every day and to receive any updates from me directly about the upcoming deal of the days. So until then, guys, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.